Hey guys, what's going on? I'm that guy Dan96 and welcome back to Prepared. This evening we find ourselves in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. We're getting ready to head on over to Atlanta as Delta Airlines Flight 929. We're at Gate Alpha 5 in Jacksonville. Jacksonville approach is on, so we'll have someone to talk to while we're on the ground here in Jacksonville. So let's hop in the flight deck and get it going. Okay, we're in the flight deck of November 838, Delta November, Boeing 737-900 ER. All I've done is essentially just put in the fuel and payload, so let's go ahead and we can start doing what we need to do here to get this plane ready to go. So let's hop up to the top, check the leading edge devices, those are good, the lights are good, realign the IRSs, oxygen's good, passenger oxygen's capped, crew oxygen's good. Check those, PSU lights off, check the oxygen, beautiful. Let's pop in here, and we are at Kilo Juliet Alpha X-ray. And we will take our GPS left, and we'll plug that in there. Beautiful. The route, I didn't put any company route in, so we will go ahead and just do it ourselves. Jacksonville, Atlanta. Actually, you know what, let's just keep doing what we're doing. I get sidetracked. Alright. Everything is looking good in terms of lights. Beautiful. Let's go to the overhead. Actually, before I do that, I gotta hook up my my MCP here, my actual MCP. I'll be right back. Alright, now that we got that all taken care of, we can go ahead and start checking the overhead. Everything is looking good there. Check the cross-feed valve. Make sure all my fuel pumps can turn on. Actually, no, we got nothing in the center, so there's a good cross-feed valve. Opens and closes. Turn on the fasten seatbelt sign. Top. Leave that there. Make sure it's taking a load off of turning that stuff on and off. Make sure the valves open and close. Wing anti-ice. Perfect. Engine anti-ice will not fully open all the way because the engines are not running. Therefore, we'll get a valve disagree light. So what happens when the light turns on bright but does not dim itself. Unlike the wing anti-ice, you'll see it's bright and then dims. So it's telling me that the valve is it's not agreeing with where the switch is. It's on, but the valve is not open because it's spring-loaded to the closed position. You have to have bleed air in the valve to actually open it all the way. So, turn that off. Ease off, ease on. We'll check the cockpit voice recorder. Beautiful. Go up top here, trim air is good. Let's turn off that recirc fan. We don't need any of that on. Don't know why that was left on. We'll be cruising at 32,000 feet. And the airport elevation in Atlanta, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I think it's like 600. I'll double check that before I leave. I'll put in 600 for now. I'm gonna come down here, check all that stuff is working good. Put the wheel well light on in case it gets a little dark down there. Terrain's good. There we go, everything's good there. We'll pop down here, check these. Perfect, come on down. 3058, good. That's good. Check the throttles. Good. I'm going to check the stab turn cutout switches. Perfect. That's off there. That's good. Perfect. I'll also check the squibs. Perfect. Cargo fire. Good. You come up and check the weather radar.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead. Wind shear ahead.
Perfect. We'll go ahead, set these up. Alright, check the TCAS, and we'll do a rudder trim check. Also make sure that our
TCAS test pass.
Perfect. Check the GPWS, and when this is gone, we'll go ahead and do the FMS work.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right.
Wind shear. Terrain.
So that's
terrain.
going off. So we'll
Pull
go ahead
up.
and hop in here. We are flying as
Sync rate.
Delta 929. Departing runway, I think it has us at 32.
Don't sink.
I think that's what it said. Like I said, I
Don't
didn't
sink.
put a company route
Too
in,
low.
so
Terrain.
we
low.
are
Gear.
departing. runway
Too
32
low, flaps.
on the RD2 departure
Too
via
low, terrain. Glide
Backsley.
slope. Bank angle, bank angle.
RD2 Backsley. We're direct to Larry.
500, 400,
L-A-I-R-I.
300, 200, 100,
Alright.
40,
And we're going to Howard.
30, 20, 10.
Wind shear.
And then we'll do the Chop 1
Wind
arrival
shear.
for the ILS
Wind
runway
shear.
9 right.
Too low, terrain. Caution, terrain. Terrain, terrain. Pull up.
Perfect. We'll activate and execute. We got 11.1 on board. Our zero fuel weight is 116.2. We have, what do we got in the reserves? 2.1 in the reserves, it's got me at. With a cost index. What are we doing? A cost index of, it was right over here and I've totally lost it in my flight plan. Where the hell did it go? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's right here. 20. And I say I knew it was like right there. Cost index of 20. We're at 320 this evening. Cruise winds 250 at 28. With a nice deviation of +1. Clear that out and execute it. We'll just do a 22 kd rate. Climb 1 works for me. Flap 5, CG 21.2. 526 on the trim. I'll write this down just so I have it. And 132, 133, 143. Let's set 143 on the MCP. Alright. So let's go ahead now that we've got this. Let's go and listen to Jacksonville latest. Let's see what we've got going on.
Gravity 10. Few clouds and 5. Temperature 5. 2.4. Altimeter 3058. Visual at runway 8 in use. Landing in nothing runway 8 and RY14. In Berkeley Airport. Advise on initial contact. You'll have information pop up.
Okay, we're back. We have information pop up. And now we're going to go ahead and request our clearance over to Atlanta. Jacksonville approach. Good evening. Delta 929 information pop. Ready to copy IFR clearance to Atlanta.
Delta 929er, Jacksonville departure, sir. You're cleared Atlanta Hartsfield via the RD2 departure, Baxley transition, and is filed climb via the SID. Expect flight level 20, 1 minutes after the departure. Departure frequency 27.000, squawk 260.
Delta 929 cleared to Atlanta Airport via the RD2 departure. Baxley transition that is followed. Climb via the SID. Expect 2010 minutes after departure. Departure is on 1270. And the squawk is 2660 for Delta 929.
29, reback is correct. Push and start is approved. Dangerous frequency, contact me when ready for taxi.
Call you for taxi, Delta 929. Alright, with our clearance, we are pretty much ready to go. Going up. He cleared us to 20, which I thought was kind of weird, but okay. Not gonna argue. 2660 is what we got. Okay, we are departing runway. It looks like he's going to have us going off of 8. So runway heading is going to be 77. I have to change that around in my thing here. So we're departing runway 8. I'm going to execute that. It's going to bring up all the unable speeds. And it's still the same, so perfect. Alright, let's start the APU. And the airport elevation for Atlanta, I just double checked, it is 1050. So that is a little bit better for us.
Jacksonville departure, south 627 with information. Papa, report FR2 for Lauderdale, Hollywood International. Let's file. Southwest 27, turn right next available. Contact me. Clear runway 8.
Don't understand why I'm having internet issues. It keeps kicking in and out, so I just have to hope that we'll be okay. Okay, let's get ready for pushback here. So we got calling for taxi.
And Southwest
We're
27.
clear to push, so let's go ahead.
You're clear to
Disconnect all
Fort
the
Lauderdale
ground
via
crap.
the Xbox 2 departure or transition. Then it's filed. Climb. Expect file
That's
level
good. AP
260
can
when it's
come
after the curve.
on.
Departure frequency is 127.000. Squawk 2621.
Right,
Cleared over to with the Xbox 2 departure. Reach.
we're just going to reset that.
We'll climb via the SIG. We'll get our cruise out to 20 and 127.0
Or pushback to
and squawk 2621 for Southwest 60.
tail right.
Due to icing conditions,
All right.
standby for engine start until
267, readback is correct, push is approved. Maintenance frequency, expect runway for the bar attack, doing ready.
Right, the RNE2 departure, I'm going to double check that.
Thanks, what runway did you say again? Runway 8, sir.
Has a top altitude of 3.
We'll set runway 8, we'll call back for 10 off the 627.
So, yeah, so we have a top altitude of 3,000, so that's set. And that's set. Heading, and everything's ready to go. Alright. Let's get on our way to Atlanta.
departure check completed. Flight has been inserted. Relieve parking brake. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Starting the FO clock, 22:33, we pushed. Starting number 1. Nice evening in Jacksonville, Florida. It's beautiful outside too. Right, waiting for 25 on the N2, and we'll go ahead and introduce fuel to the engine. Just 25. Roll back. Starting number 2.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set. Starting number 2. There we go. We're probably going to taxi out, make it the left here on Juliet, and we'll take Juliet up there, make the left on Alpha, and right on Lima to runway 8, which is like over there somewhere, so.
Tow truck disconnected.
And that, engines are looking good. Waiting on the rollback of the EGT, you'll see it'll peak out somewhere. Right about there. There's the rollback. So you see the EGT's going backwards. Go ahead and put that to continuous. Drop flaps 5.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Check the transformer rectifiers. All those are good. Let's run. That's looking good there. Can turn off the wheel well light. Happy with all of that. Turn that off. And just waiting. Okay, so I see him walking away. I'll go ahead and pop on the taxi light. We'll do a control check real quick. Alright. Got to pop on the transponder. He's walking away, so we're good to go, so we'll call for taxi. Jacksonville Delta 929 for taxi.
Delta 929 Jacksonville. Go ahead.
We're ready for taxi.
Delta 929, roger sir. Runway 8, taxi via Julia Alpha Lima.
Taxi 8, Julia Alpha Lima, Delta 929. Alright. I think I just called up and I didn't say ready for taxi. I think I just literally called up and said Jacksonville approach, Delta 929. Oh well, I got their attention, that's all that matters. So make the left here on Juliet. Delta 929 ready to go, runway 8.
Delta 929, roger up to Tripoli runway heading, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, runway clear takeoff, Delta 929. Alright. We are ready to go. All our lights are on, everything's looking good. And the auto throttles. Let's go flying. Set takeoff, thrust. Knots.
V1, V1 take. V2.
Delta 929, Jacksonville departure. Radar contact passing through 900. Try to maintain 15,000. Turn left, heading 340. Proceed direct to Kimball when able to join the RD2.
Right, left to join the RD2 up to 15,000, Delta 929. Alright, we were clear direct to Kimmel.
Southwest 929, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Level 320, Delta 929. Now, usually I would have never read back a call for someone else. It said Southwest 929. I would have never read that back. However, there's nobody else on this frequency, so I'm going to assume that that was for me. And now that we're leveled off, I need to get some outside shots, so we'll hit Command A. And we're on our way to Atlanta. Alright, we're well into our descent into Atlanta. As you can see, it's a little bumpy right now. Well, it was until I started talking, but yeah, we begin the descent into Atlanta. We're on the Chop 1 arrival. I guess it's fitting. Flying Delta, and it's choppy right now. Anywho, we're going to be on the ILS runway 9er right in Atlanta, so we can go ahead and do a couple things here. We can first put in the ILS, our radio, or decision altitude. So on the barometric altimeter, it's going to be 1226. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 1226. Beautiful. Do a flap 30 VREF of 140. And then go ahead and fast seatbelt sign is on. I turned it on when we were getting some of that chop. So the fast seatbelt design is on, and we begin descent into Atlanta. The sun has dropped below the horizon. Now we just have a little bit of daylight that's just over the horizon left. So we got flaps 30 VREF 140. We'll do Orbx 2. And again, we're going to 9. We're going to be landing on runway 9er right. We're going to be going to Bravo 22. So that's going to be. It's going to be on the northwest side of the airport, so we'll land on 9er right, and we'll roll. We'll shoot for either November 6 or November 10. Actually, November 10, let's say, and then via Dixie to Mike. Take Dixie to Mike, or Dixie to Lima, correction, and going via to Sierra. So everything's looking good, and we'll see you guys when we're just a little bit closer to arriving in Atlanta. Alright, so we're here, we just finished the rest of the start, and we're going to make pretty much a right base for runway 9 right. So passing through 2,500 feet, we're going on 3,000 flaps 1. Head on terrain. Zoom in a little bit more. We have the ILSs all lined up, so we'll arm the bore lock. Ooh. Pike spike. We're gonna go back to 200, flaps 2. And let's just go 5. Why not? Alright, so flaps are going 5. Atlanta is just off our 3 o'clock. More like 2 o'clock, but essentially right up there. That's why my frames suck, and now they're fine. Because Atlanta just breaks frames. I'm gonna go back to 190. As soon as I get closer, I'll just cut it in. Set speed 180. Warlock is taking over, so we'll go set runway heading on 95. We'll go gear down, flaps 15. That we'll set it back to 140 and autopilot off. Flap 30. And we're now on final for runway 9 right in Atlanta. Lights are on, everything's good. More broken frames into Atlanta, per usual, because Imaginesim sucks at making airports that actually don't lag out the computer. Welcome to Atlanta. Alright. And then it should be Dixie up ahead here. I'll make the left onto Dixie. And it is. Double check. There's nobody for that side, and I don't see anyone for that side, so we're going to go across. Make a left on Lima. Turn that off until we get into the gate. We're going to Bravo 22. And I like at the airport too, they have everyone's gates correct. You know, that's the Delta logo, and that's how it should be on gates. But the Southwest terminal, the terminal I use the most because I fly mostly Southwest. What the hell? I mean, it's so just, it's not even correct. This isn't it coming up here. It's coming up on, it'll be the next terminal. And, I mean, my God. It doesn't take too much to look at the jetway and realize, really, guys? Southwest written across the jetway? Come on now. Like, did you put any effort into doing that? Did you even look at a jetway that Southwest has and just realize it's a... just like Delta, but instead of saying Delta inside the square, it has our little heart in there. It says Southwest on the top left, or something like that. Like, really? I don't know. Let's load up a GSX so we can break more frames. Going to Bravo 22. Thank you, GSX. Alright. I'm not one for 2D panels, but this panel right here, this light panel, is Shift 8. Light panel is literally one of the best things ever created. It's very nice to be able to just, you know, hit Shift 8. I can get to all the lights. I don't have to look up and then try to look back down. I can just get it, and it's perfect. Telling me left, but I am right on the center line, so I'm going to ignore that, and I think I'm going to stop about here. If I look, yeah, I'm going to stop at that first line, because he never lines me up correctly. I'll go here. There we go. That's much better. Well, I can see we have an issue here. The reverser lights, okay. Interesting. Good there. Good there, good there. Good there. I must have accidentally put my throttles into reverse. Oopsie. If you bleed can come on. Well, any collision can come off. We will request deboarding. Open the doors. Put in some ground stuff. Turn off the APU. Perfect. Alright. Down 2336, correction. Or 2337, whatever it is. And we're here. Believe it or not, we made it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this one. Delta Airlines Flight 929, service to Atlanta from Jacksonville. I appreciate everyone coming along with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.